do you want to start out with like what how the conference went? Like, do you want to start talking about that stuff? What would you like to start out with?
Yeah, I mean, this conference season was incredible. Second year of the homeschool conventions and the conferences. We didn't get to do any speaking engagements this year, but we visited Cincinnati, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and Round Rock, Texas.
Okay.
All three of the conferences, except for Pigeon Forge, went without incident. Pigeon Forge on Friday night, I got so sick. I
No.
just was like, I spent the rest of the evening throwing up, and then into the next evening, and it was like every 30 minutes. So aside from that little glitch, everything else was great. I got to meet a lot of great people. Excuse me, and see a lot of people from the previous conventions and catch up with some clients who'd signed up and who's we've been providing services for the last year.
Mm,
And so it was a great time. Texas, and then since doing the Gryphon giveaway, we were able to actually people just love getting free stuff, and I love getting free stuff. So
yeah.
that I think was probably one of the better draws to the booth, and to just have conversations. A lot of people kept coming up and saying, "Okay, so what are you, a VPN or you know?" You could tell kind of a lot of the parents that have some. I didn't grab my water.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of the parents that have some exposure to some kind of technology, they're familiar with terms. I had questions about like Brave browser, questions
Mm,
about VPN technologies, questions about some things where you could tell they've done some homework, but they don't really grasp the full concept of what those technologies are. And so, somebody looks at our banner, it says Pure Protected Internet, and they're just like, okay, so you're another VPN or something.
right, right.
Oh man,
Dude, you should
I'm gonna mute.
you should go. Yeah, you should go get
Hey
water.
AJ, bring me a water, please. Yeah, yeah. Of course, sinuses. Yeah, my time in Iraq and Afghanistan, the burn pit stuff that
Oh,
just doesn't go away. It just every once
yes.
in a while starts to act up. So anyway, so you could tell there were a lot of parents that knew some things about some things
Yeah.
because their questions were coming from a frame of reference where they knew what a VPN was, but not why a VPN, doesn't really give you everything that you're after.
Right, right.
Oh,
You're totally fine.
yeah, I
Whew.
think that may be the end of it there. So, all right, we'll see
Well,
what happens.
that's
He's grabbed me a bottle of water. So,
yeah, that's cool though that like um it seemed like not everybody was in the dark, right? Like
yeah,
there were people who are trying to learn and are trying to stay on top of things and are really interested in all that. So that's
yeah,
huge. Cuz I feel like that's awareness is sometimes half the battle. Like, okay, you need to be aware and then you need to do something, which
yeah,
is kind of a big thing for ArkCybr and the
yeah.
special announcement coming up. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Yeah. So um, the last conference, we got to spend a little bit of more time on the floor. This time I had my wife with me. Last year I had a friend go down with me, and he was brand new to the IT world, but he wanted to get out of. He was working in a warehouse as a forklift operator, but he
Mm,
he had the drive to learn technology and learn cyber. And so I just told him, here, go to all these places. These are places where I do my learning, where I do my continuing education stuff, where I do my labs. And I said, start with the intros and the 101s and just work your way in. And just, if you got questions, let me know. I'll answer them. I'll mentor you, whatever. And so anyway, he was brand new to the field. And last year he was with me just kind of seeing and listening. And
that's
so,
great.
yeah, on a side note, this year he just passed one of his first big exams, the ITIL Foundations version 4 exam, which is an update from obviously the version 3, but it's about IT best practices and
Mm,
policies and things like that, and why you need fundamentals, why you need like a standard. And so he got that certification, and so he just reached
Love
out
it.
to me about a week ago. Yeah, so he's not doing driving a forklift anymore. Now he's sitting in an IT desk working service tickets. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
yeah, super
crazy.
exciting.
That is fun. Awesome. All right. Well, so the conferences were good. That was helpful. Not to like I feel like we can do this. How which one was your favorite?
Oh. Well, Cincinnati was great just because it's right here in town. It doesn't. It's a really big conference. It's brought to you by the same organization, GHC, and Mary Jo and Katrina and all the whole organization. They're just fantastic. Got to meet them. Actually, we were on the same flight for Texas, so we got to
Oh
talk to
no
them a
way.
little bit.
That's fun.
Teach them diligently. It's a different atmosphere.
Mm,
They focus more on biblical principles, whereas GHC does allow non-Christian speakers and content providers and things like that to be there.
yeah.
They teach them diligently. They do pray a lot before every session and before every kickoff. The GHC doesn't do that. Both have incredible like just nuance to them. I'd say though the Round Rock, Texas one, because it was in the Kalahari Resort, the U.S.'s largest indoor water park is there. So the first day we went there, we got to spend a little bit of time doing the water park, and my son and his friend came along, and they just did they went to every water slide that was in there. Megan and I went on the lazy river and did a few other things there, and we got to have a ton of date nights because we didn't have to go out. And my son and his friend are old enough to kind of take care of themselves, so we basically just, when we weren't in the booth working, we were just on a date for almost a week. So that one I think was
That's
my favorite.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's super fun.
it
I
was.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been around Rock, but
Mm.
you and AJ were both hyping it up from last year, so
Yeah.
it sounds like it was just as good this year.
It met.
So
It met. Yeah, the bar was met again and exceeded. This time we had a little bit more freedom. We went 2 days early, flying down, and we went on the 4th of July actually. So that's a great travel day because everybody's already where they want to be,
yeah,
and not many people are traveling. So we got to travel easily, get down there, and then just spent the day at the water park and the arcade. And then the next day we went to Waco, and Megan, on her bucket list, was to go visit the Magnolia Market, Chip and Joanna Gaines's
yep,
place, the silos. So we spent the whole day at the silos and Magnolia Market, just wandering around and really just enjoying Texas. And then, and actually we got to do a spa package
nice.
together. So, and then the conference center and the hotel was relatively empty. There weren't many people doing the spa stuff. So we had the hot tub and private pool in the spa all to ourselves. So
Love it.
yeah.
That's great.
While the other pools are just crowded, like hundreds of people, we were the only ones in there with our
That's
own
so
like
awesome.
massive hot tub and massive private little
Right.
pool. So yeah.
That's great.
Hmm.
So with the conference, like as I mean, you probably talked to a lot of different people. What were some of the things you talked about? What were some of the things that like questions they had or things like that?
Yeah, a lot of the questions were first trying to understand what we are,
Mm,
because we're so new in the market. Uh, the Once I explained to them, we're not an app and we're not a
yeah.
platform. You get a cybersecurity SME's help to
Mm,
secure your devices.
mm,
Once I explained that to them, they were like, "Oh!" And then I would just ask them simple things. Are you doing anything right now? Do you have some kind of parental control platform? Do you have some kind of content filter? What do you do right now? And I explain, if you're doing something, let me be a second set of eyes. Let ArkCybr look at those things that you're doing and make sure they're implemented properly. Make sure they're set up correctly. There's a ton of great technologies out there, phenomenal technologies. Bark, Circle, mGuardian, Boomerang, just so many different platforms. Covenant Eyes, Accountable to You, Canopy, Custodio, all of them. Each of them they're similar in the goal, right? To
Yeah.
control what the children and people using the devices
Right.
are exposed to, but the implementation process
Mm, that
is
that's
where that
way
changes.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and so and sometimes it can be overwhelming if they've never done it before. There's a couple forums that I'm actually a part of. I think one of them on Facebook is Tech Savvy Parenting, and that one I believe is sponsored or ran by families that use Bark. There's
Mm.
another. Hang on.
No, you're good. Man, yeah, I feel like they're just thinking about like the different technologies. I like as a former youth pastor, it almost felt like there were two different things people would always come back to me with, and it was always circle
Hmm.
and like accountable to you. Though I feel like those are
Mhm.
the only two I really heard
Yeah.
parents actually utilizing couple years like this is probably like 3 or so years ago. So it's cool that like I don't know, people are thinking about
Yeah.
more things than just those two. Not that
Yeah.
those two are bad, but like
I think the biggest one I heard, the name I heard the most was Covenant Eyes.
yeah.
Um, Actually, we got to go sit down. I think I said this on one of the other things that we've done. Not to give it away, but one of the other talks, times you and I have talked. Um,
On
so
camera.
yeah, yeah, on camera while recording.
Right.
One of the other, it was Covenant Eyes, and on the other time I think I talked about this, we went and got to sit with the founder and his board and just kind of talk through what we do. And anyway, the one of the products I kept hearing about was Covenant Eyes, and the Covenant Eyes admittedly, their market is the person in sexual addiction, sexual idolatry. Their goal is to have meaningful conversations based on the activity, right?
Mm,
Their mindset is you're not going to block everything. You're not going to. There's no way you're going to be able to block everything.
yeah.
So we're just going to let everything happen, but we're going to have conversations about it.
Right.
And so for parents, though, they don't want their kids exposed to everything that's out there,
Right.
and to
They'd like
have
more
those conversations.
blocking.
Yeah, they'd like
Yeah.
more blocking. So a lot of them are moving away from that type of platform, and that it has its market. The men who are addicted to pornography, the numbers are continuing to grow daily,
Sure.
and just the platform, it's never going to run out of, unfortunately, subscribers until
Right.
until we're called home.
Right.
So, but families want to stop this from happening before their children are targeted or become addicts themselves or stumble into something. And so we just have conversations about what's available, what is out there. And I ask them specifically, tell me what your family's situation looks like. And we'll talk through that. And then as we talk through that, I'm like, okay, you're a Bark family because you want to allow social media and you want to allow this. Or, maybe you're a Custodio family because you want to do this, this, and this. And, they're just the nuances of each platform. And each platform is kind of targeted and dedicated to a niche market of its own. So that's how they are all able to survive.
That's
So,
great.
yeah, we help to kind of clear up some of that.
Yeah. So, okay. Uh let's do you want to start the first round of giveaways?
Oh, you mean, are you talking about one of these fantastic Gryphon
Whoa.
Guardians?
Look at
The
that.
Gryphon
Now,
Guardian. I should get
okay.
a plug for what do you call it? Advertising for Gryphon.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Griffin.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me, so for me, anybody who's watching, who's maybe not
Hmm.
as familiar with like these Griffin routers,
Yeah.
why are they so awesome? Like
Yeah.
why is this almost like a ooh, this is what we're giving away? Like why is
Yeah.
it so awesome versus I don't know, Netgear,
Yeah.
Orbi or something, you know?
Great question. So the Gryphon router, full disclosure, when I found these things and I saw that they were having investor rounds, I actually went and put my own stock, my own money into the company. So I'm not selling this to
Yeah,
you. I'm giving this away. But I want everybody to know about these things. I do have a vested interest, but
sure.
so just full disclosure.
Yeah.
But because I believe in this technology, right? So right now, you mentioned a few Wi-Fi products, right? The Netgears, the Orbis, the Google Home, the Google Nest, and all the
Yeah.
different products that are out there. So what Gryphon has done has implemented parental controls in a router device itself.
Mm,
You get one single pane of glass to look through. That's your phone, basically. You get that single pane of glass, and it gives you an on-off button to stop and start the internet. It does many of the things all the other parental control platforms do, but it also includes a ton of cybersecurity into the actual router itself. So
mm,
you buy a Netgear, it has some basic firewall capabilities. You buy some of the other ones, there's some basic firewall capabilities. They've used their technology, and you can just go research Gryphon, Gryphon, and you can kind of see just on the surface all the things that they do. So this is a parental control platform and a cybersecurity based router all in one. And it uses the latest Wi-Fi technology. So these things actually create meshes. So when we give away the other one, it's
what?
two, what? Oh my gosh, how many is he giving away? He's crazy. Yeah. So you could actually put two of these in your home and set one where your internet service comes in and set the other one a little bit farther down, and it will create its own mesh network. So as you're
Mm,
walking through your house, you don't have drop service. You don't need to hang APs in the ceiling. You just set these out, kind of similar technology as a lot of the other ones do. But Gryphon has that parental control platform and the cybersecurity app. So that's why we're giving these away, because we want people to have these.
love
So,
it.
yeah.
All right. Well, I also think I have a drum roll
Ah,
sound,
I
so
love
if it works.
it. Yeah.
So
Let's see
what
if it, want to test
let's
it.
yeah, let's see if we can I'm gonna
We need
test
a
on the
womp
back
womp
end here.
sound too,
Well,
in
that's true.
case it doesn't work.
Okay, I think it'll work. So,
Do you want to try it? Oh, no.
all right.
We don't want to
I
spoil
Yeah. So
it.
do you want to so we got the list. How many people have like registered for or to do the giveaway?
For the registrations and the giveaway, we have 79 participants. So the odds,
79.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. Everybody, let's give yourself a round of applause.
Oh,
Good job.
yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. I love it. I
79
love it.
participants. That's
All
fantastic.
right.
I love it.
So I'm gonna do the drum roll and then
Okay.
you're gonna call out the name. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
All right. It's landed on 52, and that belongs to Sandra Garza. Sandra
Awesome.
Garza. So we'll
Way
be
to go,
sending you an email,
Sandra.
Sandra. You just won that Gryphon Guardian right there. That is yours.
Love
We'll
it.
set this
Love
one
it.
over here out of the way. That way I don't give it away again.
Awesome.
But don't be sad if you didn't win that one, because we got one more Guardian, and dun dun dun. I need that sound effect. We have the big AX.
Yes.
This is the
What?
this is the big one.
That's
This is their flagship piece of technology.
okay.
So
That's
yeah,
amazing. Okay.
but you still want a Gryphon Guardian. It's an absolute great piece of router technology. So
Okay.
looking forward to shipping that out to you.
Sweet. Okay.
Sandra.
That's great.
Let me highlight her name before I forget.
Yeah, there you go.
Highlight Guardian 1. All
Do
right.
you,
Yeah.
and we're the Gryphon giveaway. I can't remember. Was this only people who are at these conferences, or did we
Yeah.
post it everywhere? Okay.
So yeah, I brought the QR code that you made
Yep.
and put it at the booth, and it was just. And this is a conference exclusive. So if you're a homeschool family and you don't attend the homeschool conventions, go there, because there's all kinds of giveaways, all kinds of raffles and drawings and scavenger hunts, and the vendors just want people to come talk to them and learn about their products, get the word of mouth out, and bring this stuff to the front door. So if you go to the conventions, you will get in incredible drawings and giveaways and things like that. So,
I love
but
it.
it doesn't. I don't think this would stop me from doing this again. Like, we go to our website and maybe just have people click on a sign up or something for another giveaway. I
Totally.
mean, yeah, that's why we give away our service, right? We don't charge for
Right.
our cyber consulting. So why wouldn't we give away cyber tools and things that help people just get a safer, more protected internet experience?
That's
I mean,
right.
I'm already giving away my my
Right.
knowledge.
Right. Right.
Why
That's
stop there?
awesome. Exactly. Which
We're giving it away.
which is like so cool and so awesome. Like I just love that that's like your thing is like I'm just gonna keep giving it away, and I'm like there's so there's so much that you're giving away, and it's because you believe so much in this, and it's so important and near and dear to you.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to like tease the next thing? Do you want to?
I
Is there
mean,
some other things you want to talk about? Like what do you think?
I think a little teaser
A
might
little
be
teaser.
right because
All right.
that's why I'm here.
All right.
I've been waiting to see this. Like he's been keeping this for me
So,
too, everybody. So like I
well,
would get to
so
see a little bit
you
of it, and
you may have seen this thing. It's we'll see, but it's yeah. I This is a sneak peek. Um. All right. Yeah. So this is a sneak peek for. Oh wait, I don't want to. There we go. Let me rewind it. So something Sean and I have been working on, if you're not super familiar, is we've been working on a podcast. And we are so excited to be able to share this with you guys. It is, yeah, I'm just going to play kind of this little teaser, and then we'll talk more about it.
should we hear stuff? I don't know if
Yay.
I heard anything.
Did you not?
I didn't hear anything.
Goodness.
Live
This
tech.
stuff. All right. It like worked on
Yeah,
the test, but apparently it didn't
it
actually
didn't
on the
put any
stream
audio out.
piece.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. The stream's got no audio. I'm just
You know what?
quick listening to it.
People, you are going to see this in the chat. So check out the link in the description or in the chat. We'll go from there. Wow. I'm not a live
Oh
stream
for two.
pro. I'm an editor.
I,
Um,
who does the live stream for the church?
Lee, not me.
That's good. Yeah. Lee. Where you
That's
at,
right.
Lee?
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so we're starting this podcast.
It does have audio.
It does have audio. There's audio and video, so you'll be able to see it kind of wherever you listen or watch podcasts. So it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the things. And I don't know, Sean, when do you want to drop the first episode? We haven't actually decided that.
I know. Yeah.
We can drop it literally whenever you want. You get to pick right here, right now, when you want it to drop.
I mean, today's the 13th, man. You know
It
how I
is.
am about 13s. Like,
I mean, we can drop the first episode today.
that sounds like a plan.
All right.
That's
So
a good idea.
we'll drop the first episode. What time? I need like at least an hour. So give me an hour. And what time? What time?
I mean, most of the stuff I do is in the evening after 5 anyway, because
Okay.
all the families are home and they're able to kind of join and get on these things like this. So I mean, yeah, 5 or
5
or
p.m.
6 o'clock. Yeah, 5 p.m.
All right,
That'd be
5
good.
p.m. 5 p.m. on the 13th. So in just a few hours we're going to be dropping the first episode, and man, you guys, it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it, I think. This first episode is really going to be the origin story episode. So it's where Sean gets to talk about how this whole thing got started. Man, it's a blast. I loved getting to have the conversation with him and ask questions and listen. So it'll be
That's
super
before I got
fun.
my fancy blue background too.
Right. It was.
I think you actually see somebody walk in the kitchen and then
Yes.
and walk out.
It's awesome.
It's real. It's real.
It's real.
It's happening
Man,
right here.
these are our home studios
right.
and like, yeah. So
No.
love it. All right. well, since that's the pod, and the goal is that this podcast will be going out weekly, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna also chop it up, have some other content for you guys, video content. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on all the things. So, yeah. All right. Should we give away the second router?
I had it right here in my
I
hand.
love it.
I think so. I
All
think they're
right, I'm
ready.
gonna get tell me when you're ready, and I'm gonna hit the drum roll.
All right. I'm ready for the drum roll.
All right, here we go.
All right. Guardian 2 goes to Renee Christensen.
Woohoo!
Renee Christensen.
Renee Christensen. That's awesome. Love it. So Renee is the second winner. That's super fun.
Yeah. Congratulations, Guardian 2. All right.
And that'll be shipped out to you soon.
Yep.
So that'll be super fun.
We had a friend pass away, so tomorrow we have a funeral to go to. And then his son asked me, since I'm a veteran, his dad was a veteran too, asked me if I would salute during his honors. He's getting buried with full honor, so
awesome.
we'll be a little busy tomorrow, but
yeah,
hopefully I can get these out Saturday. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay.
So.
Well, are there any other things we want to talk about before we give away the big kahuna?
Big kahuna. That's what y'all came for. Everybody was like, "Oh, the
that's true. It's like that's what we want.
It's a $400 router. I mean, that thing it's legit. Maybe it's 300 when they have them on sale. Actually, no, they had the towers on sale the other day on Amazon Prime Day. So they were giving those away for half price, 50% off of those. Yeah.
Love it.
Hopefully you didn't miss that. Anyway, anything else? Let's see. We plan on hitting the homeschool conventions again next year. We're definitely going to do Cincinnati. We're definitely going to do Pigeon Forge again. We're definitely going to do Round Rock, Texas again. I'd like to get some speaking engagements in those. I'd like to do some of the workshops where we can just have parents and teens there and just kind of talk about how we can use the parental control technologies that are out there, how to help those families make that stuff safer. So actually I would love to maybe have some ideas from the community, right? From our Facebook page and whatever, just give us some feedback of what you'd like us to spend time researching and helping you understand a little better. That would be fantastic. So
love it. Yeah. So if even on this video, if you're watching this and you're hearing this, you have ideas, go ahead and pop them in the comments. We'll read everything and see kind of what makes the most sense. Yeah, that sounds awesome. All right. Let's give this big one away. We want to do this. This will be so fun.
Yeah, this would be
the
cool one.
All right, here we go. Drum roll.
Let me get to the spreadsheet with all the names. All right, this is the big one here. All right, ready?
You guys ready? Here we go.
All right, 46. Allison Potter. Allison Potter. Congratulations, Allison. You got the AX.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there's a picture of the parental control app on the back, Play Store, all that. So
that's great.
It doesn't come with a smartphone. That's just a picture. But
man, that's super great. That's super fun. Yeah. And again, you know, we're coming out with this podcast starting today, 5 p.m. EST. And you know, we're coming out with the podcast. We're coming out with we have other ideas for content as well and different things. But just be following us on social media and different things so you can be in the know of what's going on. If you guys are super unaware, for some reason you don't even know what ArkCybr is, or you didn't meet Sean, he's an ethical hacker. It's so having somebody like him who is all about helping families, individuals and families, not just families, but individuals and families have a safer internet experience, whether it's cybersecurity protection or like just harmful content. That's a phrase Sean uses a lot. It's just
Hmm.
harmful content. He is here to help. And his consulting services are free, which is insane. There's some other stuff that we're gonna come out with and whatever, but if you're at all curious, or if you're at all like wanting to talk with him, go to arkcybr.com. That's ark, ArkCybr, just like his hoodie, not ER, but
Nope.
BYBR.com. And you'll see the contact form. Fill that out, and he'll get back to you when he can, as soon as he can, and you guys can start having that conversation. But congratulations to our winners. That's super
Allison,
fun.
Renee, and Sandra.
Yes, congratulations.
Yep.
We hope that these will actually be huge blessings to you and your families. And yeah, Sean, is there anything else before I sign us out?
We did buy the domain that has an E just in case it does
Brilliant.
redirect. So yeah,
Brilliant.
I actually had somebody email the domain provider that I use and said we want to buy the domain with an E from you because whatever. They didn't give me a reason why, but
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely
Nope.
not. No, why would I
Nope.
sell the E so you can
Right.
steal my?
Right.
Yeah, the whole reason I
No.
bought it was so that my clients couldn't be directed to hacker and scammer
Right.
sites. No, thank you,
Right.
good sir or ma'am.
So perfect.
Yeah.
He's already looking out for you guys. If there's a misspelling, or there's a somebody who the autocorrect or something like that. So watching out for you guys. But all right, anything else?
No, Josh, this was so much fun, and I appreciate you getting this together and
Yeah.
helping just make all this happen. And
Yeah.
so,
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm gonna play our outro
just do
music.
something. Yeah,
That's right.
do
And
something. Just do
hopefully
something.
you guys will continue yeah, just get hopefully this podcast and the things we come out with are gonna be helping you all, like Sean just said, just do something. Because part of the intro of the intro and outro clip is uh you know it's people are realizing more and more that they can't just not do anything. They have to just do something. And that's what we hope you do. So, hope you guys have a blessed day, and be on the lookout for episode 1, the origin story of the SafetyNet Podcast, which is what it's called. We forgot to say that, but
Oh yeah.
it's a SafetyNet Podcast. All right. Take care, everybody.
Just do something. Doing nothing is no longer an option.